I've got bad news, guys. Our days are numbered. Soon, we're going to have to leave booth with its grade non-disclosure policy, its delicious Granny Smith apples, and all those signs in the hall asking you, why are you here? And you're going to be working with these guys. You're going to be fighting over corner cubicles, having meetings about meetings about meetings. And for all you A-types out there, if you're at all like me, I know there's one big question weighing down on your minds. How can you crush the competition? Now, you didn't suffer the slings and arrows of recruiting for nothing. No. You did it because it is your dream, nay, your divine right, to be top dog wherever you end up. But how do you do this? Improv. So I've only taken 6 months, but I can tell you that by following Colbert, Sudeikis, Poehler, and of course the great Miss Tina Fey, you can learn how to improvise your way to the top. Now, this is booth, so Linnea, where's your data? So for the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you 3 problems from work and then 3 solutions from improv so you can see what I mean. Sound good? Okay. First problem from work. For all you consultants out there, let's say you're staffed on a project about industrial farm equipment. You don't know what this is about. You freak out. How can you be top dog if you don't know what you're talking about? Well, what would Tina Fey do? She'd make a choice. In improv, when you're on stage, you don't know who you are, where you are, what you're doing, so you just make a choice, any choice, and go from there. Turns out you end up looking like you know what you're doing. So you can do the same thing when you're starting a new client, a new job, a new project, and you don't know, oh my God, where do I start? Just pick a path, any path, and go from there. You'll end up looking a lot more confident than you feel. Second problem from work, brainstorming. Now, you're going to have people on your team like Dwight here, who are Kellogg grads, whose ideas suck. But you can't tell that to them. You can't, because there's touchy-feely work cultures. You can't be top dog without being nice. So what do? Tina Fey? She'd say yes and. She'd accept his idea and then build on it in the direction that she wanted. So on stage, this is as if my partner Deirdre said, hey, there's a cat, and I hate cats. I just say, hey, here's a car, and I kill it. You can do this too. So you can politely kill other people's ideas with yes and. Yes, that is a great idea, Rahul, and I think we should hear some others. It's basically a tool for manipulation. And to steal Jen's image, you can basically choose whether you want to use it for good or for evil, because it is manipulation. So as you're making your way to the top, just think about it. Which side are you on? We don't want any more Enrons here. So third problem from work, probably the most embarrassing, that's right, when you fart. Or when you move your chair and it makes it sound like you farted, but you didn't fart, but everyone thinks that you farted. Not good, right? So what do? Well, Tina Fey, what would she do? She'd do it again. Now, what I mean by this is this happens in improv all the time. You jump on stage and you're like, crap, the scene's already started, so you run off and you look like an idiot. But then you run back on again and off again and on again and off again, and it turns the accident into something intentional. Now, with repetition, I am not telling you to fart again. I am telling you to make the sound again, though. Use your chair, your books, whatever you've got at hand, to make the sound a couple of times so that people won't know the difference. You'll cover your butt. So what did we learn today? We may not be headed to SNL. We may not be the next Tina Fey, but we can take something from improv. We can take 3 key insights that can help us kick some corporate butt. A recap for you all. First insight, make a choice. When you're starting something new, it could be a client, a project, whatever it is, make a choice, have an opinion, start somewhere. You'll end up looking a lot more confident and make it to your top. Make your way to the top. Second insight, when you're brainstorming, if you want to encourage cooperation by having people throw out more ideas, or competition by politely killing some people's ideas, use yes and. You'll be a master manipulator for good or for evil. And the third insight, when that Chipotle burrito just becomes the gift that keeps on giving, use repetition. Use whatever you've got on hand to make that sound a couple of times, and no one will be the wiser, unless your fart was smelly. Can't help you there, though. So, if you're going out for an internship this summer, or you're going out to a full-time job this fall, and you want to crush the competition, you want to be top dog, try channeling your inner Tina Fey and improvising your way to the top.